Okay, to start off Teenage Dream then, the intro, we're going to have a nice little 2-note riff. And I've got myself set up here with my third finger and my little finger. So my little finger is at the 4th fret of the D string. And third finger is at the 7th fret of the G. And when I'm picking this, I'm going to be using all down picks, down towards the floor. And we're hitting both of those notes together. We want them both to ring, so just double check that your fingers are on the fingertips, not blocking anything out. And our rhythm here is quavers, and quavers are half beats, so we're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So if I play that with the counting, here's bar number 1, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So in bar number 2, we're going to change our fingers. It's our first finger that we're going to use here to do the 5 on the G. But my little finger hasn't moved, so little finger is still at the 8th fret of the D string, and my first finger, index finger, is now on the 5th fret of the G, and we get this sound. So it's a little bit of a stretch, so you've got to use those fingers, but remember, little finger isn't moving, so both bars together would sound like this. 3, 4. So that's our riff, and the weird thing about the change is that it happens on the and of the beat. So if I play those two bars again, just listen out in bar 2 that when you drop your finger to the 5, it changes on the and of 1. 1 and. I'll count it and play it. 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So that's our rhythm. And they are the 2 bars of the intro. This is going to be really important to get because this little riff happens loads throughout the song, happens in the intro, and it carries on to be the main idea in the verses and the pre-choruses of the song as well. So when you're looking at your music, it should look pretty familiar. All right, let's move on into the verse. All right, so the verse of the song then is the same idea that we were just playing, but what you need to watch out for here is that there is repeat marks around the line, and you can see hopefully in the corner there it says times 4. So it's a 2-bar phrase written out twice across the line, and the whole line's going to go 4 times. So if you've already practiced the intro, you should be able to do the verse pretty quick. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to play this verse. I'm not going to do it 4 times to the sake of saving time. I'm going to do the line twice. So feel free to play along with me. I'm going to play the line twice and I will count us in. So here we go, nice and slow. 2 times round the line for verse 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Round again. So that was twice around the line, but as you can see in the recording, it's going to go 4 times. But that's how we play it. Again, I'm down picking everything here for this part, as I was in the intro, and I will be for the next section as well for the pre-chorus. So that's the verse, really dead simple. So we'll jump straight on to the pre-chorus. All right, so the pre-chorus is in this song then. We got the same riff that we were already playing, but you'll notice that there's repeat marks around the start of the line and the end of the line, and then there's these brackets with 1 and another bracket with 2. So the 1 and the 2, if we haven't spoken about those before, we call them the first and second time endings. First time ending, second time ending. So what we're going to do is play through our line, and the first time we play through, we're going to finish the line with what's underneath the 1 bracket. So let's just do that. So here's the line, and we'll count ourselves in. So here's 3, 4, in. 3, 4. So we play what's underneath the 1, then we hit our repeat marks, which is telling us to start the line again. So we keep playing, but this time, now it's the second time through the line, we're going to play bar number 7, bar number 8, bar number 9. Then we're going to ignore what's underneath the 1. We're going to skip over that, and into bar number 11, which has got the 2 bracket over it. But you can see that bar is blank. It's a 4-beat rest. And that's where she sings a line solo just before the chorus. So here's what the second time through would sound like. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was the blank bar there in bar number 11. Okay, so now let's put this whole pre-chorus together. I'm going to do both times round. So do play it along with me. Remember, the first time we play what's underneath the 1. The second time round, we skip what's underneath the 1. We ignore it like it's been used up, and we go straight into 2. So I'm going to count that bar's rest. Out loud, here we go. After 4. 3, 4. Round again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the pre-chorus. So every time the pre-chorus happens in this song, it is the same. If you have a quick look through, we always do the first time and the second time endings. So watch out for that. But that concludes the pre-chorus. So we'll jump straight into the chorus, where we're going to have some power chords. Okay, so for the chorus of this song then, when she sings "You Make Me Feel," the chorus always starts with the same words. Just a note before we get into it and get into our power chords, this line has also got repeat marks around it, so it goes 4 times. So just watch out as you go through each chorus, because the part is always power chords, but just watch out how many times the line needs to repeat. So the power chords then. Our first one is going to be our first finger at the 6th fret on the A string, and the other finger, whether you're using 3rd finger or little finger. You know I like to use the little finger for my power chords, but whichever one is fine, 3rd finger or little. So we're going to have first finger at the 6th fret of the A string, other one on the 8th fret of the D, but they're power chords, so we're playing them together, holding them down and strumming both strings at the same time. And again, I'm down picking this. Down picks actually work all the way through this song. So that's our first one, the E flat power chord. Then a bit of a jump down to the lower string, 3rd fret, and then 5th fret on the A string. That gives us our G power chord. And then the final one, keep that shape. You don't even have to lift your fingers off because we're going to stay on the same strings. We're just going to slide it down to the 1st fret for an F power chord. So that was a G power chord and an F power chord. And then you can see in the next 2 bars, bar 14, bar 15, for chorus number 1, they are the same chords again. So if we do the rhythm, I'll count in and I'll just play that whole line through once. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. And then the line goes round again. So this time I'll count myself in, and I'm going to play the line round twice. Not 4 times to save time. I'm going to play the whole line round twice, so please feel free to join in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Round again. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. There we go. So hopefully you know, as soon as I play my E flat chord, I'm then using my picking hand just to come down and rest on the string. So I strum it, rest it on the strings, because there needs to be a nice clear rest before we get to the G. And then we're going to do the same thing after F. So as soon as you strum the 2 F chords, F power chords, picking hand goes down the string, so we've got total silence, so then our hand can move back to the E flat chord in total silence. And that's how we're going to keep all the transitions super duper quiet. So that's it for our chorus, nice and loud. What a catchy chorus though. Same thing for chorus number 2, goes around 4 times. And then the last chorus 4 times as well. you'll notice right at the end of the song, what I've labelled as the play out is essentially just the same as the chorus as well. It's just that the lyrics change, so I gave it a different title. And the ending is also the same power chords, so we have those quite a lot. So there's only really two parts in this whole song. There's our high riff that we were doing earlier on. And then there's our power chord part. So two pretty straightforward parts. So I thought it might be nice to start with this song, and I feel like you'll get it through really quickly. But if there's any problems, let me know.